In this episode, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of a recent corporate video to give you an idea to what extent we went to get the quick cuts that ended up in the final visuals. The deliverables were a series of short 16:9, 9:16, and square videos to be used on a variety of platforms.
La educación, seguridad. Pregúntale a cualquier papá y todo lo más importante son sus hijos.
Tenemos mucho menos en diferencias y mucho más en común.
Yo creo en Richmond.
We had quite a few people to fit in over the 2 days. If you break it down, we captured static portraits, static interviews, and then moving portraits and moving shots with the real people talent saying different phrases. When there was movement, sometimes the camera and subject were connected as they moved through space, and sometimes the camera moved while the subject remained stationary. On the first of the 2 days, we started with an interior. We set a few lights outside to act like the sun shining in. And then Grip Ernie Kunze connected a platform skate dolly to a regular fisher for a straight-ahead shot.
So what we're doing is we're going to do the Spike Lee shot. They want to do the traveling double dolly look. So on this set of sled, we've already got holes pre-drilled so we can attach our front pipe to lead. But they also, which this is a pretty simple setup, what they also want to do is a center turntable shot in circle track, kind of like a Scorsese. So what I used was I just used these old-fashioned aluminum collar to babies. I fit them in the sides with a 3-foot piece of pipe, ratchet strapped them on, and put some swivel cheeses on it, which may change. So now I can run my stabilizing bars and also my drive bars to my turntable. Pretty simple.
That's really cool. We walked with a Kineflow Air Max run on a battery as the subject moved, and added an intermittent flag wipe as well. We also filled the room with some atmospheric haze. Then, when we were outside, the moving light needed to be a little larger to balance with sunlight. So we rolled a Nanlux Evoque 2400B along the track on a Matthews Masturbator crank stand on 10-inch pneumatic tires. Laying down a second set of track to move the light was beyond the scope of our manpower. And we found that adding the inner baffle to the softbox without the front diffusion gave us the output and feel that we were looking for. On the second day, we were next to the San Francisco Bay near the Rosie the Riveter Museum, where there are these large warehouses with magnificent windows. It was a pleasant day with a beautiful view and minimal need for crowd control. We had very little house power available to us, but we ran the 2400B off a 3K Honda at the end of a 100-foot stinger. To keep the noise to a minimum, we did our best to make it around a corner of the building. We also had a 2K Jenny for smaller units and a 2200-watt power station as a backup. The power station came in handy when we set up a tight radius circle track and attached the 2400B and power station to the dolly so that there wouldn't be any cables to manage and keep out of shot.
What are we doing, Ernie?
I don't know what we're doing. A 360 shot, but we've mounted a giant 2400B on it, and it looks actually pretty good. It's holding up, even in the shadow to the bright. I'm pretty impressed with it, you know. Unfortunately, we have a lot of people just standing at it. It's a 360. It's like, go away. It's going to work. I was a little nervous, you know. All right, let's do this.
We captured sequences with the centered Lazy Susan attached and unattached to the dolly circling around it.
Common ground means anything you put your mind to, you can achieve.
Common ground means equity, inclusion.
Putting all the differences aside and getting to the root core of moving our city forward.
In order to move forward, I think we need to let people know that we care.
We live next to each other. We're right next door. We're neighbors.
It's all about coming together and working together.
Being here for everybody at the same time.
We can't get anywhere unless we work together. So what are we gonna do? Work together?
We were a small but mighty crew and had a good time bringing the director's vision to life. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.
That's great. Now we're going to do one more, and I'm going to go in and see what we're looking at.
Perfect speed.
You know,
long enough to see how far you can get before he starts moving.
And then we do it backwards so then he won't get dizzy. Oh, there's Jonathan just getting into video. I saw Erica.